Hi guys, this is my collection of old light bulbs and light fittings, and starters as well. Some of these bulbs are actually really new and some of these are actually really old. So I'll start with, a lot of these are, pretty much all of these are incandescent, because they're all being phased out. This is a lot of these bulbs are actually made in New Zealand, which is quite nice, as you can see slowly there. This is made by Crompton. It's a 150 watt bayonet cap. I'm not going to be powering any of these up today because I just can't be bothered. This is an Osram, 60 watt, sorry, 240 volt. All of these bulbs run off mains voltage, just saying, so can't be bothered reading out the voltage. This is also made in New Zealand. NZ stands for, of course, is New Zealand. 60 watts. Just got to be careful. Oh, this is quite a new incandescent bulb. It's a halogen bulb, I should say. Can't really mix those together. 240 volt, 42 watt. That's making a 60 watt. Getting onto the discharge lamps. Mercury vapor. This is a sulf-ballasted mercury vapor, made in England. Also made by Osram. Runs off mains voltage and 160 watts. You guys can't see it, but MBFFT/V. That's what it says. So any of you that know the discharge lamps should know that one. This is, I think, a slightly older, very rare mercury vapor. Made in Holland by Crompton, 125 watt Powerlux. I think I actually talked to a guy who sells all these discharge lamps. It's called, mention the shop, it's called the Lightbulb Man. It's a New Zealand based store, I'm pretty sure. And I think he said the U stands for upright, something like that, or something like that. It stands for something like that. But I'm not sure what MBF stands for. Maybe can't really say. But yeah, this is a 3-pin bayonet cap, so I don't actually have a fitting, so I've never powered this up before. I don't think this has actually been powered up, so this is kind of old, brand new. Made in Holland, very nice. All of these would be made in China right now. For example, let's turn on some lighting here. Let the CFL warm up. This is made in China, I'm pretty sure. Oh, Indonesia. Still in the Asia community. 19 watt CFL, 50-60 hertz. It's pretty good that it can run off 50 and 60 hertz. Quite cool. Oh well. It's just a CFL. Get those anywhere. This is a weird looking incandescent tubes made by Siemens. 40 watt, runs off mains voltage, and made in England. Got another one in there too. Lit these up before. Pretty cool. This is a newish. It's been used, but still. I kind of have this as a spare because the glass house has 2 of these in it. So got another one there too. So these are 120 or 100. I think these are 150 watt because they are the older versions. They don't really make 150. I haven't seen 150 watt in the supermarkets. I mean, maybe in other places they sell them, but I haven't seen 150 watt par 38 floodlights. So, and this has got the thick glass. So first, this is especially for an outdoor application. So 150 watt incandescent par lamp. Just get these incandescents out the way here. This is a car light bulb. I think this is made in, where does it say? Philips. Made in Germany. 6 volts, I'm pretty sure, 6 volt. 6 volts. Nice. Focus, camera. Oh dear. Oh, this is very... Camera sucks. There we go, 6 volts. Car light bulb. Quite cool, isn't it? I like it. Right, that can be set aside. Another Crompton one. Made in NZ, 230 to 40 volt, 150 watt. Bayonet cap. I kind of like these Philips soft tone lamps. It's quite cool. Made in Indonesia, of course. 100 watt Philips soft tone. I'm going to get more of these for the upstairs. Or maybe turn them to LED, I'm not sure. A lot of this house that I have, I've turned it to LED. This is a very cool bulb. I think I've used this. Oh no, I haven't used this one. 100 watt Osram street lighting. Made in NZ. Now this bulb is special because it says street lighting on it. So it's obviously made for street lighting or in street lamps. So I have actually powered this up. It's quite bright. I've put this on one of my street lamps. But I don't really want it to burn out because that's just kind of sad. But 100 watt street lighting. Get these other ones out the way. Get to those later. This is a heat lamp. I think it's 275. Maybe there we go. You can just see it. See if I can read it to you. Made in Holland. It's about at 200 and there we go, 250 watt. Philips heat lamp, bayonet cap, of course, with the heat reflector. I think it's a heat reflector or light reflector, whatever. This is the 300 watt lamp that I have. Guys cannot read that, sorry. It's made by Atlas. Oh, there we go. Atlas D7C DZ, I think it's DZC or DC, whatever. Made in New Zealand. All these bulbs used to be made in New Zealand. It's quite cool. New Zealand don't make bulbs anymore, and it's gas filled. Oh, I guess all incandescent lamps are gas filled. Maybe that's just a different gas. 240 volt, 300 watt. With a, I think, heat reflector as well. That's very bright. I had another one, but it got smashed because stupid me, I knocked it over. Here's another one. This is made by Siemens again. Runs off mains voltage, 240 volt, 25 watt. Made in New Zealand. Be nice if stuff were made in New Zealand again, but obviously that's just too bad. And English quality is quite good as well. This doesn't even have anything on it, but I do know by its package, it's 750 watts or 1,000. It's 750 to 1,000 watts. So I just stick with 750 because it's So this is a regular incandescent bulb. Sorry, I'll put one here. 150 watt, 750 watt. E40 base, so I don't have one of those bases. I need to buy one to power this up for a little bit. This must get very hot, and I'm just going to run it up right. So yeah, that's that bulb. What else do I have? Just another par 38 bulb. Oh, this is a 25 watt, just party lamp, B22 base, same as this one here. This is a 100 watt screw base, Osram, GEC or GNC Limited, made in NZ, 230 to 240 volts. Alright, this is the same bulb. I'm pretty sure. So 3G? Yeah, it does it. I don't know what 3G stands for on the bulb, but these are both the exact same bulbs. Screw base E27. And this is the quite an old, very old-fashioned. This doesn't actually have an earth, so I've built a custom fitting just to put this on so I can power some of these screw lamps up. Right, so this is the just an E27 lamp holder. I'll show you the terminals if I can. I can get to it with one hand. This is quite loose, so here. There we go. Lily patent. 5 amp, 250 volts. That's quite a bit. 5 amps, that's like 1000 watts. 1000 watts is quite a bit for one of these little lamp holders, but if it says 5 amp, 250 volt, sweet as. Or, I think you can get screw adapters that you can put a plug on, so maybe it's just saying 5 amp. So that's line and neutral. Neutral's just attached to the metal bit here, and that's line in the bottom. No earth, so what I did is I attached it to a metal case with a switch in it, and earthed the metal case, so this is technically earthed with it too. So this is a old-fashioned 1980s, 70s bayonet lamp holder. Got hundreds, let it not, maybe even hundreds of these. So not too afraid if this breaks. Just wired up 2 wires onto it. I kind of use this for testing. It's kind of dodgy, but I used it to trip an LCD on purpose. It was dodgy. And this is a proper one with an actual plug on it, so I can hold it around and shine and whatever I want to do. So that's just a B22 fitting wired into some sort of wire, which is probably 0.75 or even less. So yeah, I'll get into the starters soon. This is just another 150 watt. These are just halogen tubes. No one cares about those. This is made in NZ2, made in NZ, Crompton, 100 watt bayonet. Don't know what's happened here though. Corrosion maybe. Right, starters. This is relatively new. Philips S16. I'm not sure what S16 stands for. Made in Holland. Can power a 100 watt lamp. That's quite a bit. 100 watt lamp. It's a pretty bright fluorescent tube. I've got 60 watt tubes in the garage, and they're quite bright. I wonder what 100 is. Even 120. So that's 1800 millimeters. Gee, that's 1.8 meters of a tube. That's nice. Or 2.4 millimeters. Yeah, 100 to 125 watts. Or I think that's wrong. That may be actually 70, 75 to 85 watt it could power. Not sure. 240 volts single. Nice. Same starter here as well. No worries. This is a cool one. It's a metal one. Made by Atlas. British made. That's quite good. 30, you can start a 30 and 40 watt lamp. It's quite a small. It's a relatively big starter, but starting a relatively small lamp. GEC, that's in English. NZ Limited, GEC. So that's English. New Zealand, Kiwi, whatever. So this is a starter. S365, so I think 65 stands for 65 watt. I'm not too sure, but I don't really use this. I usually just use new starters. Don't really care. Starters I don't care about. That one I kind of do. This is cool. maybe keep these two. Here we go. What's this one? Philips Starter Z10. Don't even know what that stands for. And this is a Thorn New Zealand made starter. This can't start shit. Sorry, but it can't start anything. It can start, but it's only really small tubes, like under 20 watts. And who has a tube that's under 20 watts? Maybe some people do, but I don't. The tubes that I have are usually 40 or 60 watt, or 30 watt, or 35. Well, I think the 30, I've got 30s, 40s, and 60s. So, no use for this. Okay, right. I've got two small little light bulbs here. These are made in China. Oh, nice. 220 volt, 10 watt. Made in China. 220 volt, 10 watt. There we go. Right, that's all I have today. That's all. Thank you everybody for watching. Some new subscribers. I have seen I'm at 85 subscribers now. Thank you very much. And that's about it. So thank you for watching, and see you next time. Let's take a good view of the lights again. It's nice.